Hey, welcome to Talk Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about something that's very important to everyone listening, no matter who you are. And we are going to be talking about financial habits to leave behind in 2025. So let's dig into it and stay tuned because that's what we're going to talk about. All right, see you in a minute. Hey, welcome to Talk Tuesday. Talk Tuesday is our weekly segment where we go over tips to help you enhance your finances. I'm Christy, your financial coach, and I want to help you to reach and exceed your financial goals while still enjoying life in the process. Today is our final Talk Tuesday of 2026. And whether you've been here with us for the first live of this year, the first live of last year, or all the way back to 2023 when we first started going live for our Talk Tuesday segment, thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you next year for Talk Tuesday as we continue. And hey, thank you for tuning in for our last live of the year. I do want to share with you now, of course, all the comments I'm looking at now are right here with me on YouTube. And right now we are, what's the word I can say? It's also sharing live currently at other locations. In 2026, I'm still going to do that, but what I'm going to do is make it every live will be here on YouTube, every Talk Tuesday. But starting next year in 2026, 1 week it'll be on LinkedIn, 1 week it'll be on Facebook, 1 week it'll be maybe LinkedIn, maybe I'll pop in my personal Facebook page. I don't know. But if you enjoy this, you love this, you want to stick with us, every week will be on YouTube. However, we will meet you where you are. If you're not a YouTube person, you will see it on different platforms depending on the week. So I did want to share that to let you know. So in 2026, when we come back, if you're somewhere you're watching, you don't see us the first Tuesday of the month, we are going to be live. It just might not be where you are at that moment. But yeah, thank you for being here with me. So I'm excited to talk about financial habits to leave in 2025. And why are we talking about that today? What better time than now, right? 2025 is coming to an end. It hasn't ended yet, but it's coming to an end. And we know what worked, what didn't work, what could have worked better, what maybe we could have tried a little harder at. So, hey, thank you for tuning in. So, old habits, what are they going to do? Give you the same results. If I keep saying, oh, I'm so tired of these late fees, but I keep paying everything late, old habits, same result, late fee, late fee, late fee, because I am not changing that habit. I'm continuing to pay late, continuing to ignore my numbers. If I know my bills or if I know my income is coming in 2,000, my favorite number, 2,000 for the month, and my expenses are 2,500, then guess what? I can't afford it from the beginning. So I need to adjust those expenses. But knowing that and not decreasing things, continuing to add to my bill, what am I doing? Continuing the bad habit of overspending for the month, living beyond my means, causing more struggle for myself, forcing myself to do what? Use credit cards. So, your habits determine how you'll progress, what you do, your growth. They will ultimately slow you down. You won't have the momentum because the habits are either going to, have you going very slow or pulling you in the wrong direction. So let's talk about a couple of habits. I'm not going to keep you long today because everybody has to finish their holiday shopping, or wrapping or decorating or whatever you might be doing. But I'm happy you guys tuned in with me. So let's talk about a couple of habits to leave in 2025 with us. So let's talk about irregular expenses. Thinking about right now, the holidays. Hold on. Oh my God. I'm rapping right now. See, I know it's this time of year, so that's why this is our last live, so everyone can focus on what they need to focus on. I appreciate you, but I also want you to enjoy your family. But like right now, irregular expenses like the holiday, planning for the holiday. We spend usually different amounts. We don't spend the same amount every year. And hey, so we don't spend the same amount every year, but we know this is going to happen. We know the holidays coming every year in December. Why don't we plan for it? Why don't we put money aside for it? Why don't we put $20 aside every check or $40 aside every check or whatever we want to put aside, whatever we can put aside, but stop getting ourselves in that same habit that we are leaving what in 2025 of doing the same thing over and over again. If I know every December, I'm like, oh, geez, I don't have any money for my holiday stuff. I got to use my credit cards. Nope. Starting immediately. You can start now. Go when you go to work tomorrow, set it up to automatically transfer money to prepare for 2026 holiday. Put that money to the side. Using credit cards as a backup plan. So that's what does that do? Keep us in the cycle of using our credit cards. And especially if we're not, doing it as a strategy, we are keeping ourselves in that cycle of what? Paying more for things than they actually cost, because if we're not paying it back immediately, it's costing us more to use the credit card than our cash. We get in our own head, oh, I'm going to save my cash, save my cash and use my card, but that's only a good thing if you're doing something like, like I said, the strategy, if you're working for your points and you're actually going to pay your card right back. Another habit we can leave in 2025, what I spoke about just a moment ago, due dates. So if I have bills that are due on the 1st, or now I want to pull out my planner. But our due dates, we know when our stuff is due. If we don't know when it's due, we need to check into that and know and write it down as something that we can leave in 2025, knowing when every bill we have is due. You can go through your bank account and literally write down my phone bills due on the 16th of the month. My electric bills due on the 4th of the month. Whatever it might be. This page that's in the planner, you're able to go in, put in the bill, the due date, and the amount. And this is my favorite part too. So it helps you with irregular expenses, or like, when the due dates are all over the place at different times. But write it down, take the time. And if you don't know, pull your bank statement up, even on your cell phone, if you don't have access to a computer, and literally write, this bill was due, and check a couple months. If you feel like it might not be exactly the same every month, check a couple bills, check a couple bank statements, and write, on this month it came out on the 2nd. This month it came out on the 3rd, and see if it's, how close it is. Most bills come out on the same exact day, except for if it's something that comes out the end of the month and it's like February. But pay attention to your due dates, because that's going to be working backwards towards your goal, because you're wasting money on fees. Fees are such a waste of money. They should aggravate you. And I challenge you, probably won't want to, but I challenge you to just take a moment and I have a page in the planner for that. It's like I have a dump page, but you can go in there to that page, right? And write down right here. You can use this line page, where you can use for whatever you want, and go add up how many late fees you paid in the year of 2025. Write it down and share. If you are good, if you will share it with me, I'll have a surprise for you. So, because I want you to do it. I just want you to go and see, and then you can see how much money was wasted, so that you can challenge yourself after seeing it, after, like, I can't believe I spent that much. So you can leave that habit in 2025. I challenge you to do that. Let me know in the comments if you're going to accept my challenge. Let me know in the comments. And I'm going to keep on going, but I look forward to see me or I am or something in the comments for those who will take up my challenge. And even if you don't do the whole month, at least do 3 months or 6 months. But I really would like you to do the year, so you can see the full impact of late fees for the whole year. Because sometimes we're just not paying attention, and that stuff adds up. Challenge accepted. Yay! Thank you. I love it. I really want you guys to see, because things like that we don't think about. We don't think of how big of an impact it has on us and our finances, because just that much, guess what? It could go to our savings. It could go to what? The holidays right now, your holiday spending. It could go on a credit card. Like, you would be surprised how much you spend in late fees, over the limit fees, just fees in general. So we want to avoid fees. And another thing we want to avoid is saying, I'm going to start next month. How many people have said that? I'm going to start next month, get my finances together. I'm going to get serious about my savings. I'm going to set up that automatic transfer, or I'm going to increase the amount this time. Or, because we say we're going to wait until we get our raise. We're going to wait until after this event, after this, after that. Stop saying next month. Stop picking a different time. Stop saying this. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Do it. So we want to just stop staying in the habits longer. They are really holding us back from our goals. So this year, the last live, I just want to encourage you to leave the bad habits in 2025. And you can even start now so that they're already in effect for 2026. And I just encourage you to just let go of also habits that don't support your lifestyle. So, for example, what's an example I could use? Let's say I was working overtime all the time. And because I was working overtime, I had about $500 extra I was getting a month. So because of that, I decided that I was going to go and, I don't know, let's say I was going out to the spa every week. Now I'm no longer doing the overtime. So guess what? That my funds don't support that lifestyle, so I can't do that. And me continuing to do that because that's something I like, something I enjoy. Now I got used to it. Like, I deserve my spa day. And you do. However, if your finances don't support that, then you have to cut somewhere else or stop doing it until you pay something off and you have, created more funds for that. But just think about it. Different things. That might not have been a good example, but just think about things that you were doing because you had access to more money, or maybe, you didn't have a car note. Now you have a car note. So now you have extra money that's coming out of your income. So that money you don't have available anymore. So you can't do some of the things you used to do. Just think about it. Think about that. That's, something that no longer supports your lifestyle because you don't have those funds. So just think about that. What's one last an important one is not asking for help when you feel overwhelmed. If you have someone who can help you with your finances, who can chat with you, come in here on live or set up a call or set up a call. In 2026, our community will be coming back, but that won't be in January, but in the year, you can look forward to that, to be able to support you. If you want to do more of a community feel, you can always set up calls. If you're on my email list, I send you motivation every Monday. Every Thursday, we have a newsletter that gives you like some type of a tip or a story or something. We're here every Tuesday for our Talk Tuesday to talk about different topics. What else? But I try to support in ways that, don't cost you, but I am here if you want to go deeper. Of course, that costs, because what is that? More of my time, more of my expertise, costs me to learn this. Or not only schooling, but also the time, the money for me going through the experiences that I did that taught me, So those were all my things to stop and leave in 2025, those habits. So I hope you could think of one. If you think of one, I definitely would tell you to throw it in the chat because it can help someone who is listening. Maybe something a habit you're doing, someone else could be doing, and not realizing that that's a bad habit that's causing them to set back, causing them to not move forward, slowing down their momentum from getting to what they say they're going to do all the time, but they never get to it. So even if you're watching a replay or if you're watching live, if you think of a financial habit that you need to leave in 2025, put it in the comments so someone else can see it. And a lot of times we don't notice too that motivates other people, because sometimes everyone feels like, oh, I'm the only one whose finances aren't where I want them to be. And then when you see someone else, like, oh, okay, it's not just me, that makes you feel better. And then that makes you, motivated. We can do this together. We're a team. And that's why I like to always come live so that, I can gather us a group together and we can see and understand that we're all here to learn. Everyone's finances aren't exactly where they want them to be. Everybody's working on something, or everybody has something they can improve on. So just like the gym. Just like the gym, a lot of times people don't want to go to the gym. Well, guess what? You have people there who are, this big. You have people there who are bigger. Everybody's there for a reason. So they wouldn't step into the gym if they didn't have something they were working on. You're working on what you're working on. They're working on what they're working on. Focus on yourself. Focus on your own lane, and don't worry about that. But I feel like I'm going on and on and on. But if you do want to hop on a call, I still have my December calls that I'm offering, which are your 2026 success strategy calls, where we spend an hour together and we review your 2025, what you did, see what habits, just like this live, what habits you need to leave behind this year. And we plan for your 2026. And you would actually get a plan that I will give you afterwards, which tells you what to do, what to focus on, and how to do it for 2026. And that will map out your first 90 days of the year. You will also get 7 days, my gift extra, 7 days in the Wealth Within Challenge, which is our journaling prompt that helps us to dig deeper thinking and writing things out. All right. And then also, one last thing too, almost forgot, is my freebie that I also offer, which is 5-minute financial health check, which lets you, go through all the numbers that you have. You complete that beforehand. We'll go over that on the call. All right. So it's a lot for that call. It's a call you can't say no to. If you're ready, I'm ready, and I'll see you on the call. But I thank you guys for tuning in with me for my last live of 2026. 2025. Look at me already in 2026. My mind's already in 2026. But my last live of 2025. And I'm so excited about 2026. I, of course, have my financial goals already set. I was already working on my stuff. I was going to pull my planner, but I don't want to show everything. But I was on a call with some of my sisters, and we were just talking. And one of them had a great idea, and it was, we always say we're going to write our goals down. And she's like, we should be writing our reflections first. And we talked about reflections last week. We did. So I hope you guys did your reflections also, and then get ready to write your goals. So I sat down over the weekend. I wrote down my reflections for 2025 with my finances, life in general, work, business, everything. And then after that, I moved on to my goals for 2026 for everything. My finances, my business, my life, work, everything. So everything I reflected on to see what I did this year, what worked well, what didn't work well, what I was planning on doing, what goals I set, did I reach, did I not reach? And moved and helped me to set my goals for 2026 so I can already roll into it, working towards things already. So I've already started. It was something I said I wanted to do, and I'll share my goals in 2026, but because I don't want to influence anyone's goals, but, I set a goal and I've already started on it already so that come 2026, I can do the first part of it, or the second part that I've already started. I can't really, without saying what it is. So, but just get started. Don't wait until 2026. Now, take the time, write down your reflections, write your goals, pick which goal you're going to start with. If you can work on multiple at the same time, then what steps are you going to take in each of them to actually get started? Don't set so many goals that you can't keep up with any of them because you're so stressed out trying to do everything. So you can break it down. Some goals you want to do in quarter one, goals you want to do in quarter two, and so on. So just think about that. All right. I want to miss you guys for a couple of weeks. Happy holidays. I wish you many blessings. Enjoy the time with your family. Just have a good time. Have a good time. Be in the moment. Relax. Enjoy the holidays. All right. So you're welcome. And I wish everyone a great evening. And I'll see you here on YouTube. Remember, every week we'll be here on YouTube in 2026. We'll rotate on Facebook, LinkedIn, and wherever else I sprinkle in. I have to pick 4 places. So each week I can go to a different place. Happy holidays. Yep, she says, happy holidays to everyone and be safe. So we wish that for all of you. All right. See ya. Look at me. I don't want to let you guys go. You're welcome. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you.